Whoa, me lads, you should have seen us gunning, passing the folks along the road just as they were standing. All the lads and lasses there, all with smiling faces, gunning along the Scotswood Road to see the bleeding races. We went to bleeding races.
Oh, it's back through Bartes!
1962 on a summer's afternoon, we took the bus from Bambras and she was heavy laden. Where we went along Collinwood Street, that's on the road to Bladen. Whoa, me lads, you should have seen us gunning, passing the folks along the road just as they were standing. All the lads and lasses there, all with smiling faces, gunning along the Scotswood Road to see the bleeding races.
Yes, people, welcome back to another content. It's the beginning regular now. Is John Sinclair TV back again, and I've got Tony with us today. They got Tony. How are you doing? You good?
Yeah, not bad, John. Been melting a bit. It's been 40 degrees here today, so yeah, absolutely melting. That's why I'm outside.
Yeah,
it's a bit cooler.
Certainly is, man. You know what it is, right? It's just you know, it's 40 degrees. I've been working there as a delivery driver, and I tell you what, it's absolutely steaming here, man. But hey, ho, it's what it is, and we've got to deal with it. But just got to smile, haven't we? But enjoy the way what we can. So unfortunately, there's no Mason tonight. There's no Brad and Neat, and there's no Grace and Neat. So my regular co-host on the way, but I've got Tony today. And guys, you like the video, like what you see, then please hit the like button. And also, if you'd like to subscribe, it's a good idea. Please hit that subscribe button. If you'd like to super chat, and then you give what it's worth, and if you'd like to become a member, then just click on the join button as well. The link's in the description as well. I'll go for some comments straight away. Big up to Jules, one of them, Charles. Not Charles, one of me mods. So, Charles, hope you're okay from Norway. And big up to you, mate. Big up to Kevin. Maybe it's the heat, but it's a waiting game, and getting other players is really trying the patience. Kevin, just chillax, man. Chillax. It's still time. If you get a striker in this or next week, I'm good. But the wait to see is if we get one. That's hard, in my opinion. We're going to talk about the fans forum tomorrow. Yeah, that's what we're going to talk about tomorrow, by the way. My birthday, happy birthday, Jules, by the way, and your dad ordered the whole shirt. Big up to you. Big up to your dad as well. Big up to Tom as well. And yes, it is sweltering, my guys, sweltering, mate. Big up to FIFA. Big up to Kevin. Silly. Just got to be calm, mate. Just got to be calm. And I've got big up Colin as well. Big up to you, mate. I hope you're okay. Big up to Gian from Belgium. And saying hi to everybody. Hi to you as well. Big up to Todd Southford, there's Truth. Big up to Danielle. And yeah, we're going to start with, before we're going to talk about Paqueta, we're going to talk about, you had an email back from you for the club as well, and you weren't very happy about it, man. I looked at it myself. I think for me personally, I just think it was pretty standard, mate.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, absolutely. It's it should have. I was expecting something more from it, to be honest with you, and it was just so poor. Because they didn't really address the issues that I had actually asked in the email. My email I had sent them, and this is a response I got back from them. Thank you for your email. Firstly, thank you for your support in Newcastle United. We are proud to have such fantastic fans. We appreciate your disappointment that you're unable to secure your ticket during the sale period. Please note a limited number of tickets are available for each match on full general sale on the 26th of July for the Forest game. We hope we can welcome you to St James's Park soon. Once again, thank you for your support. Kind regards, Charlie. Nothing on there to say about the single seat issues where they weren't letting you purchase a ticket and things like that. So I was very disappointed. It was more like just a standard email. And to me, that wasn't really a response what I was expecting. Very poor, in my opinion. They just haven't addressed the issues. They've just sort of skirted over it and said, whatever.
Guys, what do you think of that on the email to the receive? I mean, is that the response you expected? Do you expect a lot better sort of thing? Me personally, I mean, it just doesn't cover the problems, does it really? But at the end of the day, right, it's sort of, they talk about the subject, they go talks about something else about thanks for your support, this and that, and all that sort of thing, then it's just a cover-up sort of thing. But I'm not going to say too much, but Tony, I do apologise, mate. That's the way they treated that sort of thing, which is not great at all. I do apologise. And hopefully do it again and you get a proper response next time. So don't give up. Just keep fighting away, man. Ryan saying that, how old are you today, Jules? And go for the happy messages. Big up to you, man. So hope you're great. Well, I'm fine, mate. Lovely work down here, but it's still 35 Celsius down here. And we are going to talk about Paqueta and the bit. Good evening, David. So happy birthday. Hate it when people cite a question. That's again fair enough. But we're going to talk about Paqueta. That's not going away. Apparently, according to reports, that is going to be available for £40 million. I also want him as well, by the way. Do you think Newcastle could just say, right, you know what? 40 million quid rather than the 58 million quid, just pay up the money and just get this guy over the line? Because at the end of the day, all the fans are saying, get him in, yeah? And for me personally, I'd take him, yeah? But if we don't, we got Joe Willock. I think he's a terrific player, by the way, but I'd definitely take Paqueta somewhere down the line. But yeah, I mean, everyone wants him. Are we going to get him over the line eventually? Because a lot of people are saying that we could get him.
Well, I would like to see him come into the club because, as I've previously said, he can play anywhere across the midfield, even on the wing as well, on the right wing. So if we wanted a right winger, he could sort that issue out. It's not a bad price if that's the price they're quoting. I believe I've seen a report that Newcastle are investigating this issue to see if this is the actual price that they want for him. Now, I can understand why our owners won't pay up in full and rather pay in instalments to be in line with FFP, whereas with previous owner used to just pay straight out and that was it. So I can see why they want to pay in instalments. Now, the thing I was thinking about it, maybe, could we not take him on loan for a season with a view to a permanent move? That way, we just pay a small down fee for a loan, say 5 to 8 million for the season, cover his wages, and then when it gets to the end of the season, if he's done well for us, we've got the option there to buy him. That would be one way of getting around FFP as well. So we're actually taking him on loan, but he's going to be with us anyway, and he will be signing with us, but just means his first season will be on loan. Now, whether Lyon would accept that is another matter. They might just say, no, we want money now from him, and that's it, even if it was in installments. So it's a bit of a tricky one, but if we could get a loan deal, as I say, for the season with a view to a permanent move, then yeah, why not go for it?
Yeah, I mean, they wanted 68 million quid. Newcastle deemed says too high. Then they dropped it that price to 58 million quid, again too high. And now they want 40 million quid because Lyon, we all know, is well documented, they're in serious debt and they need as much money as possible, Tony. And you know what it is, right? Me personally, you said about taking him on loan. I don't think Lyon would take that. They just want the money straight away and just have done with so they can get a replacement for him. I think he's a terrific player. Everyone knows that. And I watched him for AC Milan, but wasn't ready for Italian football. He did all right, but but not by their standards, man. But I think, I mean, they got the money. We all know that. I say just pay them now, sort of thing. Like, if they really want him. But if we get him, fantastic. If we don't get him, we got Willock and we go for other targets as well. I mean, if we are going to get him, are we going to get him before the new season, or do you think we're going to get him on deadline day or close to deadline day?
I think we could just play a waiting game to see when we can actually get him. But when you think back to last season, before January, we actually inquired about Lucas Paqueta. We didn't even look at Bruno. We looked at Lucas Paqueta, and we were turned down by Lyon. And that's when we turned our focus towards Bruno G. But originally, Bruno G wasn't even in the thoughts of the hierarchy of Newcastle. It was more Lucas Paqueta. And Lyon turned us down for that. And I think he also at the time didn't want to move because he saw where we were in the table. And then when we knew Arsenal went in for Bruno, I think that's when our hierarchy said, let's try for Bruno then. And thankfully Bruno came in. and now Bruno's came into the club and we've stayed up, and now Paqueta's probably looking at it and thinking, I want a piece of that as well. And he's also been in Newcastle, hasn't he? So it was well documented. He's been on to see the Tyne Bridge and everything, which he's had selfies under. So he'd be the perfect fit. And not just because it's Bruno's mate, but because he'd tick all the boxes,
Yeah. And you know what it is, probably looked around, probably probably be thinking, you know what, like you say, he wants a piece of that as well. And also he might fancy coming to Newcastle because of Bruno as well. And if he does come to Newcastle, he'll be a fan favourite, I'm sure. I'm not going to pipe it up at all, but I think he's going to be a decent player as well. He definitely improved the midfield 110%, but we'll see what happens on that. But he said that he touched on the FFP as well. I don't think you should worry about the FFP because we could spend up to 500 million quid and don't get done because Ashley didn't spend that much money. He kept it in tight control, didn't he, as we know, which is fair enough, and don't get a club into serious debt. But I think you can spend 500 million and just don't get caught by FFP rules. But we don't want to do that. Look at what happened to Everton. Look what happened to other clubs as well. Down the loop as well. We don't want to be like Everton. No way. We've got to get in the right players in at the right time.
Yeah, absolutely. And these owners won't just buy any player. They'll buy players that they think will be good for the club, will be good in the dressing room. They don't just want to go out there and buy anyone. Or, they want to make sure they're the right fit all round. Because every signing they made so far, although you could say, they've all been great. You could say, Chris Wood, we might have made a bit of an error there. But what's one mistake out of, say, 6 or 7 players? It's not bad, really, when you think about it. So in that way, you're not always going to get it right. There's going to be times when you do get a signing in and he isn't going to fit and it's going to be the wrong signing. So, we've had plenty of them in the past. So, it's never going to be the last signing that's like that. Chris Wood's not going to be the last signing that we think, he's a bit of a flop. There'll be other ones that'll come in the club and probably not cut the mustard as such. But, at the end of the day, you've got to give these owners faith and give these owners time as well. And as I say, we've got plenty of time. The window doesn't shut till 11 p.m. on September the 1st. So we've got a long time to go yet. Ideally, it'd be nice if we can get another, say, striker in before the Forest game because, we don't want the thing of Callum Wilson limping out the Forest game. And then we've only got Wood as backup. And that's going to leave us really short, especially if Gale goes as well, because Gale's obviously not part of the plans anyway. So, so we're definitely going to need more in and hopefully a striker in before that game. But we just have to wait and see. But the key word is patience. Just got to be patient. And, what annoys me is when you see the fans, they're tagging the owners in like Mirdad and Jamie Rubin. And it's just embarrassing. And it's like, come on. If you're a fan, fine, well, we're not in that position to go out there and just get who we want. The end of the day, we're not in European competition. We can't just get any player in. We're not in European competition. So we can't offer Europe to any player. You may get a player that Arsenal want, or say even Man United want, and they may think, Newcastle's a good club, it's a project, but Arsenal, Man U's more appealing because we're in Europe. And that's the pull at the end of the day, and that's the unfortunate part about it. But now we've got owners who care about the club, and I generally feel, and I can feel it myself, that I think with PIF, they're not willing to wait long-term for success. They're going to try and ramp it up as quickly as they can. And I think they want us in that top 7 next season, so we'll get at least a Europa Conference place. But that's the way I feel with PIF, that they're thinking, no, we're not hanging around. We want to go for it now. And that's, that's the way I think anyway. Don't know what your thoughts are.
I agree with you, man. I agree with you. I mean, we need to be patient. I mean, the PIF will get the right players in. Yes, I know they made one bad signing, Chris Wood. We get that, but he said it as well. I mean, one mistake out of 8 signings. I mean, it's not too bad, I guess. But at the end of the day, we have to do something But getting in the 6th or 7th, that'd be brilliant for Newcastle United. Real talk, man. But like I said, I mean, we love the owners. they do what's best for them, best for Newcastle United. Fans needs to be patient, and we got to back them out of the way. But going back to what you said about tagging thing as well, I think that's appalling. That's absolutely appalling, right? And I'll tell you what, I'm sorry, but if you're going to tag them in, right, turn it in. Turn it in, man. Don't do that. It's embarrassing. It's shocking, man. Do you know what I mean? So I just think it's a disgrace, man. Our fan base, some of our fan base, man, need to give them these a head to shake, honestly. Yeah. Anyway, go through the comments as well. Do you think the orders and how I listen to the fans back? Listen, that player, how say we need to have more forwards? Listen, I'm backing these people, Kevin. I'm backing these people. Yeah, we just got to be patient, believe in them. They know exactly what they're doing. I never see the back of the sales balance. I think Howard and Orders are working to get the job done. Daniel, you're 110% right. And let's go this one. Yep, read that. And this is the way consequences like tools in the app. Yeah, so I'll just go through these comments on might check and take that letter off Toon. Everyone's chatting Tony, etc. And just have a look at one as well. John, you use a hanky. Oh man, what a temperature on your phone? 36 degrees, mate. 36 degrees, and it still is. 34 million, so I get him. Wow, that's a cheap there. That's Paqueta. 34 million. We should be all over this guy, honestly. Just where back packing up the Bruno 39. The club should move on for Hudson Odoi. I'm sure he's available and is sick of playing at right wing back. Listen, move up close. I'm not sure, right, mate. I'm not sure, man. But if he comes, I'll back him. But 72 appearances in 5 years, I don't think I'll take him. Would you take him, Tony?
I'm not really. I mean, you know, if he was going to make it, he would have been the Chelsea first team by now. And it just seems to be he's just been a bit part player there, and you know, I think he's had a loan spell somewhere, but other than that, he's not really cut it at Chelsea, has he? So I wouldn't take him personally. No, I'm sure there's better out there we can get in.
Oh, yeah, I have to agree there. Have to agree. I mean, look, 60 odd appearances in 5 years, 72 appearances in 5 years are great, and gets a lot of injuries as well. So for me, not for me, I'm afraid. But it's their opinion, by the way, and I respect Ryan for that, as I always do. Big up to Paul, by the way, and do absolutely fine, mate. Hope you are too. This heat wave ain't a joke. Seen some people have lost their homes to fire. Never want to cooler air or rain more in my life. Daniel, I have to agree with you there, Pet. You know, it is really getting too much here, sort of thing. It really, really is. Don't go so hard. I like the warm weather, but this is too much. It really, really is. The chemistry between Bruno and Paqueta is on another level. We're going to talk about Jonjo Shelvey in a bit as well, by the way. Is CHO better than Almiron, Fiesa, Richard Murphy? Yeah, that's the thing. Do you think he's better than a lot of these lot, Tony, Almiron, Fiesa, Richie? Do you think he's better? I say he is, but it's the injuries, man. But going back to those 4 names, man, Almiron, I keep, but he needs to fix up real quick. Fraser, need as a backup player. Richie can go, Murphy can go as well.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Richie now, I think he's at the stage now. His legs have gone. He's been a great servant, you know. He's been a fantastic servant, great leader in that dressing room as well. He always gives 110% whenever he pulls that black and white shirt on. Well, it would be sad to see him go, but it's one of those he has to go because he's not really going to cut it now in the Premier League for us. So yeah, I think Richie Gordon would be a good move for him as well, and Murphy as well. I mean, the only problem with Murphy is he just signed a 6-year deal, didn't he?
That's down to Ashley as well. Alfie,
yeah,
that's an absolute joke. It really, really is. He would have gone 3 this season, by the way. And I'll tell you something, right? I mean, people saying, look, I don't want to put people down, right, Tony? Excuse me. I don't want to diss people out there, but he ain't good enough for Newcastle United. If you'll get to the next level, right, Jake Murphy is not that guy, I'm telling you. Because at the end of the day, he has not, for my opinion, I don't think he's improved. I don't think he's ever improved. That's his limits, unfortunately, yeah. I mean, he's good cross off the bar. Excuse, but he hasn't got that quality. So quality stuff, you know what I mean? That's the problem. But yeah. I think he needs to move on. Excuse me. I think Bournemouth would be a good club for him, by the way. He could do well there, or maybe for a top championship club, like go back to Norwich or go to Watford. I think he'd do well there.
Yeah, absolutely, John. I mean, if you go back to last season, some of the chances he missed, he should have scored. I mean, against Man United when he hit the post, he should have scored that really. Against Norwich, he hit the post, he should have scored. You know, it just seems like he likes to hit the woodwork more than hit the back of the net.
Yeah.
So yeah, but no, he would be better on like a different team, like a Bournemouth or a Fulham or somewhere like that.
Yeah.
You know, but definitely he's not one for us now.
No.
The only problem is because he's on that contract and whatever wages he's on, it'll be hard to shift him because it's who's gonna pay his wages. You know, I mean, I don't know what he's on a week, but you know, maybe a lower part of the Premier League might take him on, but definitely not a Championship. We would have to pay some of his wages, and it's just ridiculous to give him that contract. It was just goes back to years ago when Ashley gave Pardew and all his backroom staff an 8-year deal.
Yeah. It's a madness, isn't it, man? It's an absolute madness. It's like job for the boys and this and that and top ass off thing. You come to Newcastle United, we give you big contracts, right? You know, as long as you do a show tour, how are you, man? Oh man, it's a madness, man. But it's going to be none of these new owners in front of us. There's no way at all. Barbara, big up to Barbara, by the way, in the chat. Hi to you, mate. Big up to Jan as well. He said that FFP is no problem for the next 3 years. And Fraser Murphy's not good enough as well, documented there. Fraser gets going. And let's go back. Big up to Foxy as well, wishing happy birthday to Jules. And giving to Rachel. Hope you're okay, mate. One of the mods as well. And back to Ryan as well. I'm not worried about our defence. It's the best we have seen forever. It's the Bulls. We can't Spain 1-0 wins our season. Right winger should prioritise also take the load of ASM. I'll have to agree with you, mate. 110. It's my birthday next month, by the way. I'll be 53. Can you believe that? Wow. And after Benfica game, we'll get three more in watch this space. Jan is confident as ever. Mitch from and Matt shouldn't be talking about other channel, but for you, our owners in Spain when needed, and he knows a thing or two about Saudi. Big up to Stu, my guy, and even to you as well, mate. Okay. Big up to Billy as well. Love you, Billy, by the way. We'll call him BT for now on, as I say. As Ports Wood has been the signing wasn't a mistake as the aim was to stay up, which was a time looked next to impossible. Wood contributed to us staying up. Only a bad signing if he got relegated. Take on that one. I love Foxy, by the way. He talks a lot of sense, but what's your take on Wood?
Yeah, well, I mean, yes, he came in to do the job that he needed to do. I mean, he scored a couple of goals. He got that goal at Southampton, and he got the goal against Wolves, the penalty, which gave us the 3 points. So, yeah, he came in to do what he was meant to do and be a target man as such. But he's not one that's going to get you like 15, 20 goals a season. I mean, normally he's getting about 10 to 12 a season, but last season, he really struggled for goals last season, even from Burnley and then to us. So, and he's missed a fair few chances, which he probably should have buried, really. So, yeah. So at the end of the day, yes, it's been a good signing in that way. That's helped us stay up. But moving forward, he's not really somebody that we can rely on. If Wilson was injured, we couldn't think, all right, we'll put him in. He'll go and bag a brace or a hat trick or whatever, you know.
He'll do that.
He's not really a natural finisher as such as like what Wilson is.
Yeah, that's the thing, man. That's the thing. I mean, if he's going to stay this season, he'd be a bench player sort of thing and come on when needed as well. Probably offer something different, but that's what you have to do for Zapata as well. Let's go on to Tom. There's a lot of wins going on. That's from outside from Tony. And something to do with the mic is to do with the outside. So he's outside, as you can see, wherever he is. Big up to it is Rain and Grelick earlier, dropped by 10. That's what we need to do. Yeah, but have been no caps, please. Billy is correct. And agree with the weather as too impressive. And yeah, we need to get a cooler new groundsman at Newcastle for Saudi. Ahmed Hashed's doing wonders with the training ground developments. Is a bit fighter. Biggest hot in the UK than it is here at the moment. 30 sales a minute. Global warning 1306. Okay, I think buying star quality forwards would be very hard right now. We're going to talk about that tomorrow, by the way, on the fans forum. They were all overpriced. We should go in for talent at top level that aren't getting game time. I think that's a fair shout there, Ryan, mate. That's a fair shout. Big up to David and Susan. I hope you both okay. We should offer Murphy half the remaining contract up front as a fee. Well, he's got 6 years left, only 5 years left as well. Who's better than Murphy in that position? Well, you could play Fraser there. Who else can you play? You can play Fraser there for a start. He'll do a good job, Marco. Yeah, I don't think Murphy's good enough at all whatsoever. ASM when he gets changed as well, but from left to right. And Miggy can play there as well, by the way. I choose Miggy over Murphy, by the way. Let's be honest about that. But then again, we definitely need a quality winger with an end product. I'll go through his comments again before we talk about Jonjo Shelvey and excellent with LHS. Thanks for that info. But I need things all black. And wellness is ridiculous. I will go you too. And Miggy is no better than Murphy going forward, in my opinion. That's opinions, Marco, by the way. And that definitely a win on that side. Anderson would do a great job on the right. Elliot Anderson, would you keep him on in the team?
Well, I didn't see the match yesterday, but I read the reports, and I've seen a lot of people put on social media that he had a great game in the second half when he came on. If he improves that form, then yeah, keep him, because at the end of the day, he's not going to take up a squad place. So because he's under 21, so you've got that extra player there that you can put on the bench and bring him off with half an hour to go and see what he can do. But yeah, I would certainly keep him for now and see how he gets on. If the time comes and we get more players in or whatever, and Eddie Howe thinks, do you know what? Let's send him on the championship, even for half the season, to someone top half the championship. Maybe say it to someone like Middlesbrough, Sheffield United, or wherever, on loan, and then till January, and then bring him back. But it all depends how his pre-season go. If he does brilliant in this pre-season, then no, don't let him go. Put him on the bench, and then just bring him on, a bit like Man City used to with Phil Foden. Just bring him off the bench, start him in the odd game, start him in the cup games, give him the run in the cup games, which is no harm, and take it from there. But if he continues playing well in pre-season, I would definitely keep him without a shadow of a doubt. And definitely.
100%. Jules said missed quite a few set. I suppose if he is fit most of the season, he might get 15 goals next season. Foxy, Biggie is better than Fierce, plus William combined. I'm judging Biggie on his actual position. Biggie isn't even a winger, unlike Fierce and Murphy, and still he's better. Also, Biggie can last 90 minutes. Yeah, that's why I call him Duracell. That's his nickname, by the way, Duracell, because he just keeps running and running every single time. And what a load of shite, man. The feels worse. Oh, I tell you what, mods, have a look, mate. Have a look at that. And we're going to talk about Jonjo Shelvey, man. I mean, if he plays 3 more games, right, he's going to get another year's deal. What's going to happen on that? I mean, would you give him an extended contract? I mean, he's got a year left on his contract, I think.
Yeah, I mean, well, he says he's settled up here with his family. You know, his wife loves it up here. He loves it up here. So he's settled up here. Is he going to play every game? I don't think so. Because if you play him and Sean Longstaff together, I don't know if you've noticed in the past, but when him and Sean Longstaff play together, he seems to ignore Sean Longstaff when they're in the team together. So that would be something where them two wouldn't play together. Whether he's happy at being on the substitutes bench and not playing week in, week out is another thing. But we just have to wait and see. But I heard he was on his way out the club a while back, but then obviously now he's all right and he's back in the team and he's playing. But I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see on that one, I think. But if it was me, because he's got the experience and because he's the type of player you can bring in, you know, to fill in, then I would say he's a squad player. And yeah, definitely, you know, because a bit like what Man City do, they have a squad player for every position in their team. Mm-hmm. You know, I mean, basically their reserve team could play as a second Premier League team and still finish probably in a European place, if I'm honest, because that's how good their squad is, and that's where we need to be, and we will get there in the future.
Yeah,
But it'll be a slow process, but we will get there, and we will have that sort of team. But yeah, if it's to give him another year's contract, I would definitely keep Shelvey, yeah, without a doubt.
Yeah, fair enough. What do you think, people? Do you think Jonjo should get a new contract and an extra year on his contract? So leave in the comment section, people. My opinion, I think that's a hard word. I'm on a in between on this one, man, because look, honestly, I think he's a cracking player, honestly, but there's too many Hollywood passes, this guy. Do you know what I mean? He really does it. It doesn't hardly come off. That is the thing. But when he's on it, he is on it. But he still makes some sneaky tackles, by the way, and he gets a lot of yellow cards as well for it. So whether he's changed for that, I don't know. But he's been with us for 7 seasons now, and has he improved? That is the thing. I want to get Jonjo Shelvey 8s and 9, 10 out of 10s, yeah. But at the minute, he just gets like I gave him a 6 last season, yearly player ratings, yeah. But I just love giving him an 8. But he's got to be at his best, and he's got to perform week in, week out, by the way. And sure, that's in the game. Elliot and better quality player than the majority of the current squad. That's from Marco. And smash the likes if you want. I'm going to say that as well. If you like the video, like what you see, then hit the subscribe button. Also hit the like button as well. And if you like to super chat, then just give what you can to say what it's worth. And if you like to become a member, click on the join button as well. And it's only 99p a month. And Billy is correct. This is not a naughty sport. Totally agree. And mods, keep it on them, please, if you can. Thank you. Anderson looks really good yesterday. I keep it at least till Jan and reevaluate it at that point. That's from Tom. And that's fair. That's fair enough. Comment, mate. He's chatting as well about Miggy. Look at that one as well. And does not do wow. And on the right would be very interesting about how we'll play him in front of Miggy face or me. That is the thing. And I was going to say as well that I want to talk about Diaby as well. I mean, according to reports, whether it's true or not, Tony, he said that he's going to stay at Bayern Leverkusen. And is that a surprise to you or not really?
Well, it is a surprise because I've never actually seen the report. I did just literally catch a glimpse of something on Twitter just before I came on tonight there. Because you commented on it, if I remember. But somebody obviously said don't rely on that source because they haven't been on for a while. The way I looked at it is until the actual player comes out himself and says, look, I'm staying at Leverkusen, I'm going nowhere else, I'm staying here, that is it. Then that's when I sort of believe it's more true. Because at the end of the day, everybody's got a price. Now, Leverkusen wants 60 million. We've said, no, we're not paying 60 million. We value him at, say, 40 million, plus maybe, say, 10 million add-ons. And the thing is, our owners won't be mugged off. And I know people are saying, oh, well, yeah, but 60 million, we've got the money, go and buy it. No, because the thing is, if we go out there and buy him for 60 million, when, say, his value is only, say, 40 million plus 10 million add-ons, so 50 million in total, you're paying 10 million over the top for a player that's only worth, say, 50 million. Bit like in Newcastle tax as such. Plus, if we set a precedent that we're not going to be mugged off, then it means teams then will start to think, oh, well, we can't pull the wool over their eyes because, they won't take them or, they won't come in. So, and I think with Leverkusen, whatever we've offered, it'll be a case of who blinks first. Now, I believe Leverkusen will blink first because I think we'll stand off. Now, there were some reports yesterday that whilst we were in Austria, the team, apparently Leverkusen were in Austria as well. And Dan Ashworth was obviously over in Austria. So has Dan Ashworth gone over to see the representatives of Leverkusen to see if they can thrash out a deal? Who knows? Nobody knows. Because that's another thing I've heard now. If you look recently, a lot of leaks now have stopped coming out of the club since that Dan Ashworth's come in. Now, maybe his first thing is, right, I want these leaks stopped. I don't want anybody going to the papers or to sources and saying, look, we're looking at this player, we're looking at that player. They want to keep their cards tight, that chest, which is understandable because as soon as other clubs know that you're after a certain type of player, they're going to be in for them as well. So at the end of the day, I think that's a good move if the club are keeping their cards close to their chest. It's the best way to be. Say nothing. Don't let anything out. Keep it to yourself, because that's the only way you'll get these sort of players in, if you do it on the quiet. And I believe probably with these owners as well, they'll probably say, like, say for instance, we agree a deal with Leverkusen, say for Diaby. I would imagine there'll be non-disclosure agreements all signed around so that nothing can be leaked. I don't know what you think, John.
I have to agree with you, man. I mean, I think the thing is, I think owners are playing a very, very quiet sort of thing. They don't want to come out and making the rumours up sort of thing. I love the way they're doing things. I love the way they conduct their business as well. Look at the way our new chief execs come out. Yeah, no one didn't know this at all whatsoever, and I think they're playing the coy here. And also as well, can Bayern Leverkusen walk away? But that's all money is going to offer, sort of thing. Yeah. They can't, can it? Because eventually they're going to need that money, because I think he's got 2 years left on his contract, and the more it goes down, they'll still get. And we're just paying what the player's worth, simple as that. And my opinion, I think you're play decent. I mean, I get a lot of people on Twitter saying that it's just a tactic sort of thing, like they not walk away from the money we offered sort of thing, yeah, but the market, right, in this country is an absolute joke. It really is, man. Do you know what I mean? And they just don't want to pay that money. Disgrace. But what can I say, man? Things to tell, things can change. They might come back to us and say, look, we take the money off and that's it. Big up to Dean, by the way, for New Zealand. Hope you're okay, mate. I'm having a good day. We won't go to the top level if we have fans that value work rate over ability. That's Ryan. He's so spot on, isn't he? He really, really is. Man, also on the Europa League side, they can't have more poor than a budget with the richest club and best fans in the world. Well, the thing is, though, right? I mean, some players want to play in Europe. We are a project. We're definitely a project. But the bottom line is, right? I mean, Man U and Arsenal both in Europe, and that is the thing. And they want to play in that over us. But if you settle on a project very quickly and do it well, would be fantastic.
Well, that's it. Sorry. Yeah, I mean, that's it. I mean, if you look at Bruno, I mean, he's even come out with a comment this week, and some people were, you know, like not so much Newcastle fans, but like media were saying, oh, well, obviously Newcastle don't get Champions League, he's not going to hang around. Well, that's not true. What he's actually said was, we might not get in the Champions League quickly, we'll get there eventually, you know, and he's there for the duration at the end of the day. And he's right what he's saying, stay calm. We're not going to get there like next season. It's going to take a while to get there, but we will get there eventually. And that's the sort of things we like to hear. And from someone like Bruno to come out with that, absolutely fantastic. Just shows you what a professional he actually is. And it's a breath of fresh air to hear that from a professional player who literally could walk into any team and improve that team massively. But I'm glad he's at Newcastle and he ain't going anywhere. So, yeah.
I tell you what, though, I mean, I can't see him going anywhere for a long, long time. You know what I mean? You have patience to get to the Champions League. If you get someone around him, brilliant. The RB is possible. He's open to the move, but he did come out and say that he wants to stay at Bayern Leverkusen. He made a decision, but he remains to be seen whether Bayern Leverkusen will sell. Newcastle also won't overpay for the lad. But at the end of the day, right, anything can happen. What do we know? Nobody knows. And Shelvey sees a pass at 99% of the squad couldn't see the sales. Just watch him carefully. Wow. You need technical ability and good talent, in my opinion. Yep, we do. Late to the show, John. Here now, though. Big up to Gareth and your family. Hope you're okay, mate. Shelvey so doubt about he's a great passer to football. But wow, Bruno's on a total different level. Wow, we talk about passes, the ball out of Shelvey and Bruno. Bruno is a class act. He's really a class act, people. Just come and score the official higher than 12th, in my opinion. That's from Marco. We finished 11th last season, by the way. And so Paqueta commented, I actually agree with you, Marco. That's from Jonathan. Jonathan, hit the subscribe button, mate. Thanks, man. I like Shelvey. Obviously not on the same level as Bruno, but happy if he steers for now. That's a Danielle. And big up to Daniel. Hope you're okay. And Lee as well. And seeing yesterday, a so question and then John Wilson to force us to sign the strike is disgusting. Right. I didn't hear that at all, Tony, right? But whoever's come out and say that, right, should give their head a shake. Because that comment, right, not you, Paul, but someone saying that, okay, is not a Newcastle United fan.
No, definitely not. And it's absolutely disgusting to wish an injury on somebody, such as Callum Wilson, who, to be fair, has had his fair share of injuries. And if only we could get a full season out of him, he would be up there for the Golden Boot without a doubt. He could smash 20 goals at least, if he's given the right service and quality of ball, of course, which he will do. But to wish somebody injured is absolutely disgraceful. And I mean, what if that they wish that player an injury and he gets a bad injury, ends his career there and then? It's just, there's just no room in the world for it whatsoever. Absolutely disgusting. And whoever that was, he's either he's not a Newcastle fan in my eyes. He's obviously a Mackham or something like that, because I don't know what Newcastle fan would wish that on Wilson. But I still believe the club will go out and get another striker. There's a few names that I think we should go for, but I definitely think we'll go for somebody. But
100%.
wishing an injury on Wilson is just disgraceful, or on any player whatsoever.
Do you know what it is, Tony? Whoever said that on social media, we'd name and shame that person, right? I'm quite happy to read his name on my channel, and I would name and shame him and our sort of thing, and I would not be scared of doing that whatsoever. It's as simple as that. And Marco's saying the mods on this channel are a million times better than the Toon Review channel mods. I don't know what to say, but each their own, by the way. But listen, I've got Jules, Rachel, Truls, and Tony the Red. I've got Louis as well. And listen, at the end of the day, I mean, Modstar is doing a good job for us as well, and they put us right as well. But fair enough. I think we're waiting for Derby to the last 2 days of the transfer window, and they will break a deal at a reasonable price, because they wanted money. I totally agree there, Dean. You could be right there. And Shelvey's technically very good. I issue him, it's off the bar. Also, Shelvey loses heat at least 2-3 times. That's some Foxy. And just go through this comment as well. Any question want to put to Tony as well, far away, mate. That'd be fantastic. And fair comment there. Shelvey has to play 3 more games, get another year. Yeah, we know that. And keep it civil, like, thank you so much, Jules. Yeah, I can understand your frustration, poor man. Listen, at the end of the day, the mods Paul Scott, they're on my mods as well. Yeah, and they're doing a fantastic job for us at the end of the day. You know what I mean? But hey, one thing I will say, right, just don't upset Paul. Otherwise, it'll be, you know what he's like. Big up to Mrs. Toon Review as well. Hope you're okay, mate. Thank you for coming in. And Foxy, I don't mind Shelvey being part of the squad. He's clearly a position we need to upgrade on. And we spoke about that. We got one for Bruno, haven't we? But we're trying to get Paqueta as well. But I still think Joe Willock as well. I love Joe Willock, by the way. He's my favourite player. Always has been. And this guy is going to eat it. For me, it's going to be a future superstar, him. And hey, Susan, hey, surprised I haven't gotten yet perfect player. And she's talking down here. I'm going to leave that one as well. And I've been subscribed for ages, John. Thank you, John, for I really appreciate that, mate. I wasn't aware of that, but thank you so much indeed, Jonathan. Big up to you, my guy. And most of the mods on here, mods on the Toon Review, Marco, and obviously this and that. And it's just all you trying to discuss politics. Don't do the politics on my channel, unfortunately. And I want to say something about as well the Mainz game yesterday. I mean, I didn't watch the game yesterday, Tony. I think you might have done. In your opinion, did you watch the game yesterday?
I didn't see it at all, no, because I was obviously at work. So, excuse me. But yeah, unfortunate was on the time I was at work. But I saw the result, and I don't know what happened in the lead up to the goal, but some say Trippier made an error, some say Dubravka made the error. But the way I look at it is, okay, we've lost 1-0.
Yeah.
You got to look at his minds are streets ahead of us on fitness at the moment, because the German season's just around the corner. So they're a few weeks ahead of us anyway. Mm-hmm. And at the end of the day, I don't get upset at losing a pre-season friendly as much as you want to win one. Mm-hmm. I'd far rather lose to someone like Mainz than when we lost to York City last year, which was more embarrassing, if I'm honest. But a pre-season friendly is all about fitness and getting your levels back up to where for the start of the season. And if you remember last season when Eddie Howe came in, our players in November were only 60% fit. By the time the season starts, them players will be 100% fit under Eddie Howe. That's the difference in manager this year. But on the Mainz game, no, I'm not disappointed. Yeah, okay, it'd be nice to get a draw or win a game. But at the end of the day, it's a nothing game. It's only a friendly. It's all about fitness. And, you know, I've seen meltdowns going on Twitter like, oh, yeah, time to get rid of Eddie Howe. What a load of rubbish. What a load of bollocks. Sorry, John, but that's what it is.
I've seen that as well, Tony. I've seen that as well, mate.
And it's like, why? What's Eddie done wrong? Nothing. You know, we've got a great manager. We've not had one for a long time. And, you know, we should appreciate what we've got in Eddie Howe. Remember, this is a manager when he left Bournemouth. He didn't just sit at home and twiddle his thumbs and think, what will I do next? This guy went out to Juventus to see the ex-Chelsea boss, Sarri, and work with him on the training ground. He went to see Diego Simeone and work with him on the training ground. He went to see Klopp at Liverpool and work with him on the training ground. So, and you can see how he's changed as a manager since his days at Bournemouth. And you can see it's a big change. So at the end of the day, these people asking for Eddie Howe to go, what a load of rubbish, and they need to give their heads a serious wobble.
I tell you what, mate, I'll tell you what, these sort of thing. If they want Eddie Howe to go, then I want people to come on my channel and tell us why you want Eddie Howe to go. And I'll tell you what, I'll sort them out straight away. And then I'll put them in a place, a lot of them, let's be real. Because this guy's come in, right? 14 games out a win, right? Put on a mess up, right? And then he got us in the 11th position, right? And he's done an amazing job. He should have been man of the season, my guy. He should have been the man of the season, him. And I tell you what, if he carries on from there into the new season, we're going to get top 7, top 8. Let's be real. And I tell you what, all these people want Eddie out, right? Should just hand their heads to shame. A lot of them. So about me, man, people, that's not me. But there you go. I have to apologize.
What do you think of the game, John?
I didn't watch it. I heard of it, but a goal conceded should never have been a goal, yeah, because they didn't go back enough yards, yeah. But apart from that sort of thing, but for what I've heard, we had about 3 or 4 chances in the game, but we clearly lacking quality, cutting edge up the front, yeah. I mean, obviously Paul saw the game, did a watch along yesterday, but I'm sure he did a wonderful job like he does every single time he does it. But look, at the end of the day, I think it seems to me we're lacking cutting edge. We definitely need a right side midfield. We definitely need a striker. And if you can get those 2 in through the door, then I would back the players in there, and that would sort us out a great deal. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, there's players out there, just go for it, man. But for me, I'll agree with you. It's just fitness. It's just for fitness. Don't take it personal. It's a friendly. It's just pure fitness, and that's all there is to it. Don't get stressed after you lose a game in the preseason friendly. Simple as that. And Kieran, answer to your question, Willock all day long. It's not Cody Will Ginger. Or Kim by the chance, brilliant. And yeah, you can talk to Paul on that one, the guy. And Mod's in the house, and the Mods are doing a wonderful job, by the way. Thanks to Jules, Rachel, Truls, and Tony the Red as well. And big up to Static and John and Tony. Hope you okay, mate. Paqueta's definitely a really good player. It's between Newcastle and Arsenal for the player. If I know Arsenal, he'll go to Newcastle as my team. It's far too slow to move. We would have got some from that. Oh, what's his name? I can't pronounce his name. Is it Zinchenko, whatever his name is?
Zinchenko,
that's it. Zinchenko.
From City.
Yes, that's a cracking signing, by the way.
Yeah.
Cracking signing. You know what I mean? But I was watching for someone in the chat, please. You're doing well. And they said at the end of the day, you got some good signings as well, mate. Go for this as well. Be that as well. Paul's that you. Of course, it's Paul. He's a legend. And I love him to bits, by the way. He's like a father figure to me, by the way. We played well. I don't care about the results in pre-season. That's an Ash. Go back to question Ash. Yes, 34 million quid is very cheap. I think we should get him, by the way. And I did 105 people watching live. Thank you very much indeed. I really appreciate that, guys. Just slap the likes if you can. That'd be brilliant. Thanks very much. And do follow Tony as well on this Twitter. Where are you going back? going to get Holly back on it. I'm going to give her a call in the next couple of days, or maybe next week or so. If she's busy, then it'd be impossible. If she's not busy, I'll definitely get her on it. So watch this space. I mean, I'm going to try Holly on, Adam on as well. So there you go. She is absolutely amazing. Big up to Holly. She's watching the show. And you know what it is, right? She has gone through a lot, yeah? She has done a hell of a lot. She's done that thing, right? Went to London, the demonstration, right? 16 years old at the time. Big up to Holly, by the way. She got a lot of stick for it as well for doing this, right? I say big up Holly. And if they're going to have a go at her, I suggest them do it themselves. No, Holly was brave to take it on. She did it. She was amazing.
She's done an excellent job. I mean, you know, fair play to her, you know. Whenever I go up there, I normally go to the Dog and Parrot, so I see her in there quite often. But yeah, she's done very well indeed, and you know, and helped us on our way to getting to where we are now. You know, after that one letter from Mr. Patterson.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Holly, if you're watching, Pet, you always come on, welcome to come on, so don't be shy. Agree with Tony. Never take preseason games too seriously. It's all about preparing. Absolutely. You're right, Coffee. Please don't fight. Totally agree. Dave's talking to Marco, and I don't take Hunter and Mars being spoken about that because they are all amazing and do a fantastic job. Thank you, Paul. Thank you so much indeed, big guy, 6'5". Set the front of his face in a Nike suit, and what happens to stays in the Fight Club stays here. Exactly, Lee. Totally agree. We bring peace and love to Toon review, support the same team. Look at this, Tony. Right, we are us podcasters. Right, we all in it together. There's no competition. There's no who's the best, who's the coolest, and that sort of thing. We work with each other, sort of thing, help each other, sort of thing. You know what I mean? Without Paul and someone else, I'm not going to mention his name on here because Paul will probably kill if I mention his name, then I will not be doing this, by the way. I won't. And you're right, Colin. Thanks, Colin. And this group as well. And we're going to talk lots about fan form tomorrow. And we've been on for 52 minutes. PCs is a chance to experiment if we lost every game. It's no reflection on the actual season ahead. I totally agree. I thought we played well until we got to the final third. We did look a little toothless up top, in my opinion, but we have 6 weeks or so to put that right. Plenty of time, Tony. And good point, Jonathan. He's right. And I know it's been hot weather today. Let's not get in the hot air. I mean, wow. I'm trying to get that in straight away. Yes, absolutely. Eddie Howe is the best manager since Bobby Robson. Do you agree with that? I mean, Rafa would have something to say about that.
Yeah, I think Rafa would, and I think, you know, to an extent, I suppose Pardew would as well, getting us to the European place. The only time we did under our former owner. But no, I would definitely say, yeah, he's got to be the best since Bobby Robson. I mean, yeah, Rafa did a great job, but he was never going to get anywhere under the former owner. And that's why his journey came to an end with us. Even though there was talks about wanting Rafa back, I was like, no, we need to move on from Rafa. He's been here once. Yeah. In my opinion, you never go back, you know.
Agree.
So, yeah, so the same with like Ivan Toney. I can see people are beating the drum about him, but one, does he really want to come back here? We let him go for £500,000. Two, I don't think he would come back and do well second time round, if I'm honest. So, yeah, and there's probably better strikers and younger strikers we can go for out there.
You know what it is with Ivan Toney, right? I mean, would I take him back? If I open the newspaper and say that Ivan Toney's rejoined Newcastle United, I back him. I think he's done well at Brentford. He had to go away from Newcastle, learn his craft, didn't Peterborough banging in the goals, Brentford banging in the goals, yeah? His movement, I think, at 26 years old, I think he'd do alright. But again, would I take him? I mean, if he's out there, we need a striker as a backup to Callum. Yeah, I'd take him. But also, I'd take Emmanuel Dennis as well for Watford as well. I think he's a decent striker as well. And I think he'd be a brilliant backup for Callum Wilson all day long. And he'd be, what, 20 million quid from Watford? I mean, they're tough sellers as well, by the way. But we might get him for a lot less than that. Probably get him for about 15 million because they need to get off the wage bill as well. They need to sell either him or Sarr. I take Dennis because we've been after him before. That guy, he's quick. He's offers something different. He's not the biggest, but let's be real. I think he'd be a decent player. I mean, it's their own, I guess. Sorry, John, that win is harsh on me. He has, and see you later, bro. Do apologize. It's not my win, this Paul's win. He's outside. There's not a lot you can do about it, mate. It's not other clubs' fans just trying to call us division. I hope it's not our fans. JJ, bang on, man. Make sure. Thank you, Paul. I love you lots, my guy. Love you, man. And he's a legend. You know what it is, right? He is. I tell you what, if he had a chance, right, he'd be above the true Geordie. He'd be above him 110%, yeah. And he deserves triple the followers, by the way. Because for me, I think it's the best podcast in the North East, 150% there. Liverpool has a balance on some pre-season gone, and then had a fantastic season. Listen, Man U will not be Liverpool 4-0. I'll tell you that straight away. And yeah, no caps, please, give me, but do subscribe, mate. And yeah, it must be awesome. I don't know if he's a green, I'm not 110% sure. No caps, Greeny, thank you, mate. And Man U has a great pre-season then underachieve. I tell you what, though, good chance lost it. Wow. I'm not going to Jordan into that one, by the way. Leicester drew to Mansfield in a friendly, then won the Premier League. Nobody should be worrying over the results of even performances. I take a Benfica, Atalanta, Bilbao lost. That means 3 points against Forest. I take that as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I would as well, John, without a doubt. But what I like about this pre-season is we're playing teams who are at a good level, likes of Benfica, likes of Bilbao, likes of Atlanta. You know, we're not playing League One teams like Rotherham. Well, Rotherham's in the Championship now. Doncaster Rovers or National League sides like National League North York City. We're playing decent European sides, you know. I know we played Gateshead, but that was totally different. But other than that, we are playing decent teams and playing European sides. These are top European sides as well, don't forget. So at the end of the day, this is going to give us a good test to see where we actually are at.
Yeah.
But I think this is what we need, and it'll get our fitness up more as well. And don't forget, we got Burnley on Saturday behind closed doors in Portugal. So, you know, would they take Chris Wood back as a swap for Corney?
Yeah, I've heard that. I've seen that as well, man. A lot of people are saying that as well, but I'd take it all day long. Let's be real. We definitely need. I mean, Cornet could play wide as well, but he's left-footed. He could play left wing back, he could play left back, he could play left wing, he could play up front. He's so versatile. That guy will work hard for the team. When he loses the ball, he tracks back. He's quick in getting back. He can tackle, and he gets put a lot, by the way. But I do like him. I like his work rate, by the way. I really, really do. Big up to him. Yeah,
I do. I think I mean, considering how well he played in the poor Burnley team, if he's playing in a better team, he'd probably be a better player, if you know what I mean. He'd look better again. But I would take him. I would have Dennis. I mean,
yeah,
you know, Callum Muendo, I would like to see we'll go for him as well, because they're saying apparently he's going to be available for about 21 million pounds. That's not a bad shout. He's only 20-year-old, and he's done well in Ligue 1 when he's played on loan for I think, was it Lons or something last year? But yeah, he's done all right, you know, so why not bring him in, see what he can do.
Absolutely.
Good backup for Wilson as well. But there's definitely players out there we can bring in and develop these players, because Calimendo's only 20, so he's got time to develop. He's nowhere near his peak yet. So why not? And if you got, say, him and Dennis, say Dennis is worth what I think he's close to 17 million, that's 38 million pound on 2 players, which isn't bad really, considering. And then one more point I want to make as well, because I've seen a lot of people slating Eddie Howe for this, and I think it's a bit unfair. Now, a lot of people are saying, well, why is Eddie Howe give Jamal Lascelles the captaincy for? Why is he still keeping him as captain? What people have got to remember is, and this is the most important part, is Jamal Lascelles is club captain.
Yeah.
Now, if he's staying for another year at least, now Eddie Howe does want to go in there and say to Jamal Lascelles, I'm stripping you of club captaincy of everything. you're just going to be the player. Say, and he says to Kieran Trippier, "Your club captain." Now, Jamal Lascelles has a lot of respect from that dressing room. Now, all of a sudden, he's going to change, Jamal Lascelles, and so is the dressing room. It could turn the dressing room awkward. So Eddie Howe's thinking, if I keep the balance right, if I keep him as club captain, but even if he's not playing, if it's Trippier who's playing, I'll give him the captaincy. Unless Lascelles is actually playing. So I think fans need to take a step back and think about it and say, he's actually doing this for the right reasons. He's not doing it to upset people. We know Jamal Lascelles can be a calamity at times and a liability, but he's club captain. And the main thing with him being club captain is that you don't want to upset the dressing room as it is at the moment. And that's exactly how Eddie Howe's playing it. And I think that's absolutely brilliant. It's the right decision. Keep him as club captain. Once he goes, then you don't have to worry about it. But while he's here, club captain, and that's fine by me.
100%, man. 100%. I mean, do I rate Lascelles as a defender? Standard, but at the end of the day, what you just said there, mate, I have to agree 110%, you know, but you need to have that team spirit there. You need to work as a team. I think that's a smart move by Eddie Howe. I think that's a decent there. So I agree with you there, 110%. Boldy, how are you doing, mate? Thumbs up, matey, for your streams. Thank you very much indeed. Great commitment, mate. We thank you. Can't wait for the season to start. Absolutely. Paul's awesome. Eddie Howe getting Potter under and managers. We'd love to see Derby. If we don't get him, someone will. So we may need to pay a little over the odds on this one. We spoke about it the other day. We may have to pay players over the odds closer to the time.
Yeah, I mean, we might have to, but, you know, there might come a time when we have to pay that little bit extra. But sometimes you've got to pay that little extra to get that bit of quality as well, you know? So at the end of the day, yeah, if you want that bit of quality, you pay that little bit extra. Simple as. The end, it's like the old saying goes, you get what you pay for. Simple.
Yeah, absolutely. Totally agree. I mean, you've got to pay the money, we have to go over the odds sort of thing then. It could happen, but we trust these owners' judgment 110%. Eddie could go on to be on Alex Ferguson. Oh, big ass. You need to win loads of trophies first. Loads of it. That'd be a tough ass. I can't see anyone overhauling Ferguson. There's no way. And is he started betting Ferguson? He started betting Ferguson, but will he end up betting Ferguson? I'm not sure. I don't think anyone can overtake that record. Definitely not.
John, records are there to be broken.
Not this one. We'll see. Make sure Paul's listening as well. You probably think I'm a United fan. You think I'm a Red, but I'm not a Red. I'll be careful. House did a great job. I suppose because he lost pre-season friendly, it's bewildered. I have to agree with John from this. You should come try and get out Borshaf and Chelsea if you're off to West Ham, mate. And how much one I'm getting. And I'm going through this one we're going to wrap up very soon. Only on my side of short laws now, and again, that's some big little trolls. Fees, and that's fine. Not on my streams, it's not. By the way, since I had this sorted out, me streams has been better, Tony, hasn't it? Me streams has been a lot better.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been a lot better. Yeah, you're not cutting out as much now, and it's all uninterrupted now, and it's absolutely brilliant. Yeah. So, see, change and providers work, John.
Yes. Love it, baby. That's a 10 out of 10. Paul would be pretty proud of that as well. But if he doesn't, he'd probably chill us. I think he'd love to get us one day. He really would. But he cares. And I care about him as well. Eddie's young, hungry, obsessed with his work. That's exactly the type of manager you have needed. One with the mission as well, Ricky. Passion. And same with Jules, just okay. Now, big up to Jules, by the way. Taylor Hope, this is a joke. Shelvey getting a new contract, in fact, should be placed on the transfer list. That is explained beyond the shadows. Well, it's your opinion, mate. It's your own. If you get 2 signings, they all won't win our first 3, then we could do a Leicester City. Oh, I hope that's the case. We are allowed to be skeptical about how, but to call for us here is insane. Exactly. Listen, it's not wrong questioning the manager if he hasn't got his tactics right. You know what I mean? If he gets the tactics wrong, then it needs to be questioned anyway. So at the end of the day, right, Eddie's doing fine. No question at all.
Yeah.
Keeps freezing the picture of John in a United shirt and then find again. Oh man, love it. And did I tell you I'm a dreamer? Freddie and the Dreamers, eh? Have you heard of Freddie and the Dreamers? 60s pop legend, by the way. Gone back into the day.
I'm not that old, John.
Hey, not into the day.
Well, I'm a few years younger than you. I'm 50.
Yay! I love it, man. Let's go through this comments. I know people's got their teas to have and things to do. Hopefully you see out there fast going, John, bro, Danielle. If I see you, I'll give you a massive hug. You're adorable. If anyone sees Danielle, she's adorable. She's lovely, and she's the sort of lass you can ask out, and she is amazing. She came on my channel, by the way, and did a Man U phone-in sort of thing. And I'll tell you what, she was so passionate at her team. She was absolutely wow. She went on a one. And John is in the red. How can you say that? He's bright red. You have a good person. Totally talks sense, John. There you go. Big up to Gareth. And he's saying some nice things to you, Tony. Good
Thank you very much,
there.
Gareth.
Big up from Cardiff. You want to be a John Sinclair TV merch? You never know. I'd love to. That'd be brilliant, man. But if I can get 10K, we're going to start talking. But the numbers is going up, which I think is good. But thank you very much indeed for new subscribers as well. It's impossible to get tickets for the Forest game now. It's so tough now. It is. That's a sellout, mate. That's a sellout, right?
They are on general sale on Tuesday morning, so I'll be jumping on to try and get one.
Tuesday morning?
Next Tuesday, yeah, the 26th, yeah.
Wow. I tell you what, you get some good ones tonight, my guy. Paul's just saying, great job bringing Toon. That's a cool horse, John. He's a good guy.
Thanks, Paul. Thank you, mate.
And that's Paul. He's an absolute legend, by the way. Do follow his channel, by the way, the Toon Review. And I tell you what, he's got some cracking guests on there. Billy, Danielle, Alex. Brilliant guys as well. Amazing.
Can I just say, I'm glad you enjoyed your bottle of brown last night, Paul, as well. I can't believe it's took you this long to even have a bottle of brown, to be fair.
Wow. You know what? He works hard for the channel sort of thing. He's so passionate what he does. He's gone through a lot. And you know what it is, right? I mean, the stick he had before was absolutely shocking. Absolutely shocking. You know what? I mean, he fought back and he's tough. Well, he's always tough anywhere, but he just, dust himself down. He said, right, I'm going to do this and sort of thing. And he's done it correctly. Love the guy as well. And we're going to wrap up there, mate. And we've been up for over an hour sort of thing, and which is brilliant. And I know Mason wasn't on. Brad wasn't there. And Grace was there today. Did you enjoy coming on, Tony? Did you enjoy?
Yes, I did. Yes, it was brilliant. Yes, thank you. Yeah, thank you for having me on to step in for Macy, because she's not me on a Tuesday night, isn't she?
She is, and she got finished work at 7:30, and she's gone on another show later. But by the time she got back, she was at work for 7:15. She was still at work, and but she's coming on my channel on Sunday. What we're going to do, either going to do the transfer show, or we're going to do the Premier League prediction. In fact, talking of that, we need to do a Premier League prediction as well. And I made Don with Macy first, hers, and we're going to do ours as well next week. Some aim sort of, which I think would be fantastic. So I'm going to get the crew as well. So where can you find you on your channel, mate? Can you tell all the viewers who you tell on your channel, on channel and on Twitter?
Yep, my Twitter handle's just down there. Well, it's not on there at the moment.
It's on there, because I got 4 stuff. There you go.
That's it there. So Tony, it's at Tony Tooney 31. That's where you can find me on Twitter. Give me a follow, and I will follow you back. And it's currently 33 degrees out here at the moment. But if I went in the house, it's another 10 degrees on top. So that's why I'm sitting outside tonight. So I do apologize, guys, about the wind, but it's beyond my control. I can't control Mother Nature, unfortunately. And I wish the wind was cool, but it's not. It's still quite warm.
Wow. Go and tell the weathermen sort of thing. You got any complaints on the weather? See your weathermen and tell them to start on mute. And go through the quick chance as well. See you 8:30. That's the fans forum. Go to Paul's channel, fan forum. He's on there. Usual guest as well. And he is fantastic as well. Do not wind him up. And thanks, bro, for enjoying the rest of the evening. I know this is the rest of the season, by the way, but it's evening versus Gareth and from Cardiff. And you like so big up to I Like Coffee by you as well. And if you like the video, like what you see, then please hit the like button. I'm only 18 away from 3K. And if you like to subscribe, please hit that subscribe button. Also, if you like to hit the like button as well, that'd be amazing. And if you like to become a member, click on the join. And if you if you like to super chat or kind donation, then you know exactly what to do. I'm not asking for it. If you think I'm worth it, I'm worth it. And the last will go to BT. I'm going to call him BT for now. I hope Billy doesn't mind and call him BT. Well done, fellas. Excellent team. And to Paul as well. And great jobs to the mods as well from Jules, Rachel, and Tony the Red. I'm going to call him Tony the Red, by the way, because he keeps calling Macy the Mag. So Macy calls Tony the Red. I just got absolutely what's the one I'm looking for? She doesn't care. She doesn't feel sorry for herself, but she likes Tony, by the way. She also likes I Like Coffee, by the way, and she also likes Brad as well, by the way. Brad came on the show as well for the quiz as well. I've been on it twice. But guys, thanks so much. I'll go with you backstage in a bit. But guys, thank you so much for joining. Give us a ratings if you want to. If you leave even the comments, if I'm a 10 out of 10, 9 out of 10, 8 out of 10, do that, please. And I'll actually see you guys for the fan forum tomorrow. And until then, watch what you're doing. Please hydrate because it's absolutely warm out there. And take care, people. Watch right here. Take care. Bye.
Bye.